The beauty of the technology these days is that you don't really have to be a tech person anymore.
Ready for takeoff.
This is the revolution. Everybody can have access. Everybody can just use technology to do whatever they want better. It doesn't have to be in the work, right? It can also be in your personal life. This is the superpower, so why not give to everyone?
Passing 10,000. Autopilot on.
Hello everyone, I'm Marcelo De Santis, host of the Tech Series. Today, I am in Santiago, Chile, to meet someone who is redesigning how this region travels. Juliana Rios, Chief Information and Digital Officer of LATAM Airlines, the largest airline group in Latin America. Under her leadership, LATAM has conducted an ambitious digital transformation, moved fully to the cloud, and launched an AI travel agent for personalized trip planning so passengers can enjoy every minute while flying with LATAM. I'm particularly interested in meeting Juliana because AI is reshaping the future of travel, turning airlines into technology platforms that must balance data, safety, and human experience in real time. So my friends, it's time to board. We're about to take off with this conversation. Let's go and meet Juliana. Hello everyone. I'm here today with Juliana Rios, Chief Information and Digital Officer at LATAM Airlines. Juliana, welcome to the Tech Series.
Hi, Marcelo. Thank you for having me here.
My pleasure. So Juliana, it's the first time I actually produce an episode by a real plane. Tell us a bit, where are we today?
We are at the maintenance base of LATAM Airlines in Santiago. So we have this one, but we also have a big, large one in San Carlos in Brazil. LATAM has the largest aircraft maintenance operation base in South America. So yeah, we are very proud of it.
Well, I can see that. It's an amazing place. Thanks for having us. So let's take off with the first question, Juliana. You're coming from the financial services industry. And why did you decide to move into the airline industry and why LATAM?
Honestly, it was not something that I planned in advance. I was living my whole life in the banking and I really liked it. Actually, I enjoyed it. But there was a point of time in my career that I had a good progress at the bank. I was married, had my 2 children. And then this opportunity came to talk to LATAM. And it felt like I should hear. I should come and I should understand whether this would be something interesting to do. At first, I thought that I would be here for, maybe 2 or 3 years and just do something in another industry. But honestly, I fell in love. And we can fly, right? In a way or another.
Yeah,
so this idea of connecting people to the world, to me, it's really, really amazing.
Wow, Juliana, that's an amazing story. You're in the largest airline in Latin America, as you said, and you are leading a very intense digital transformation. What's your vision for the future of airlines, basically?
So the airlines, let me give one step back before talking about the future. So the airline industry operates really well for a long time, right? But this is mainly because there is a lot of standards and protocols, right, that all the airlines must follow. So the whole connection between airlines and with travel agencies, it has been working well for a long time. But that also means that we have a lot of legacy systems, right? A lot of code that was developed and written 30 years ago, processes that were defined before everything that you live today with technology was available. So at LATAM, we decided to really go all in and to really embrace technology and put it across customer processes, operational processes, internal processes, in front of the agents at the airports. It's a big challenge, but it's been fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you mentioned you're using technology for basically supporting customer experiences, supporting your operations, and I'm sure there is a lot of, running the business. How do you make trade-offs about where to invest first and second? Because the 3 areas are actually critical for an airline, right?
No, absolutely. So we started it around 2018, more or less, when we started thinking and wondering what would a digital airline look like, right? The way we do is that we take a process end-to-end and we transform that process. And then we redefine the teams, put everybody together, and then we have been having great experience. So we started, the first one that we did, we started in 2019. was the customer experience. So our vision was to really put the airline in the pocket of the customer. We had to redesign, to be honest with you. We had to challenge the business processes and even some of the policies that we had in place in order to simplify with the vision to be 100% automated, 100% self-service. Digital transformation is not about digitizing functions. It's really about redesigning the way we work.
Workframe. So how did you include the customer in this process of actually redesigning a process that is a customer-facing process?
So in the beginning, we did a lot of conversation and focus group, and we tried everything, all the ideas with the customers. One of the ideas, for example, that came with the transformation from the passenger experience is what we call failed customer interaction. Because it's usual, right, that you go to whatever website, and then it might happen that in a certain point of time, you have a page not found or an error page. And our challenge was never give this type of answer to the customer. So if there is a point in which we cannot really take the customer forward in the experience, we have to give a way out. Only being able to measure the failed customer interaction has been a great source of knowledge for us, to be honest, because now we can just work proactively in advance. But afterwards, to be honest, with a very strong also data capability that we put in place since the beginning, so nowadays we can measure every experiment that we run.
Let's move into AI. Everyone is talking about AI, and I know LATAM, you have implemented an AI agent to help passengers through the customer journey. Tell us about the story behind that product, and also what did you learn about AI as you were implementing this new technology for LATAM?
Yes. When we decided to do the first transformation, as I mentioned to you, back in 2018-19, we also realized that in the future, we would need to have different skill sets and different assets, digital assets, let's say. So two things happened at the same time. We decided to go fully to cloud.
Wow.
And we also decided to put together and to invest a little bit more in accessing data. Fast forward to now with AI, honestly, we were really lucky with those two moves. Our data from all the systems is really pretty structured. And our vision back then was, you know what, let's not really focus on the digital process when the customer knows already where to go. Let's play with AI at first on the inspiration phase. The model is trained to help you figure it out where you want to go. What type of trip are you planning? Do you want to do something more physical, intense, or do you want to relax vacation with the family? We have partnership with Google for that product, and we are also being able to use a lot of the insights from what do people search when they want to go on holidays, right? Or when they want to travel to the mountains. The model keep improving, right? Because keep trying to find what is it that the customers need. And so that's the first phase. And then of course, the model will evolve, and then we will go through the whole journey of the travel. That's the idea.
When you get into an airplane, what's the first thing you look at to really see if it's going to be a good day for operations at LATAM?
Yeah, so first of all, it's excitement. I'm always excited when I get to travel. Always a little bit anxious. Do I have all the documentation? Have I forgotten anything? And all of that. Even arriving at the airport, I'm always paying attention to see if there is an opportunity. How is the kiosk? How was the backdrop, for example? I always try to use as much as possible the non-assisted, just so I can really see how things are going. I love when I travel with other airlines because it gives me the chance to see.
You can benchmark, you can get some ideas, right?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm sure you and your team use AI to support software development, code agents. Do you consider these agents a pilot or a co-pilot?
It's a co-pilot, right? It's really to empower the human, right? We are not really taking the approach that the AI, you can delegate certain things, but at the end of the day, it is the human that needs to be in charge, right?
AI sitting here at the co-pilot seat, the human at the pilot seat. Great insight. you mentioned you developed some muscles as you were adopting AI into your organization. What muscles are those?
We decided to democratize the access to data.
What exactly means democratizing access to data?
Yes, up to 4 years ago, every time someone needed a BI, for example, or even a simple data model, they would have to come from someone from the data team and wait for them to develop something, right? So then we thought that is not going to scale. We are an organization right now, we have like almost 40,000 employees, and we really wanted as much as possible everyone to have access to data in the possibility of using data to do their job better. But we started it's a couple of things. So one was having a place in which people can go and build models more easily without having to have technical knowledge. We shifted the focus, we put some sort of boosters in place, people that would go to the area and be there for a while, just teaching them how to develop their own models.
Wow, so you were already upskilling people outside your technology team, right?
Yes, that is the one of, I think, the most rewarding, to be honest, things that we have been doing. And it's not only that right now, so then we started with access to data, but now we since last year, we deployed a couple of tools for citizen development. So people are also, there are some cabin crew, for example, that are already developing their own application.
Wow.
To solve particular issues, particular challenges that they have in some sort of airport or in relation to the information that they get. It's been very interesting, but this is also the vision. So those are very important muscles, as I say. The speed of change, then it becomes much easier, right? Much simpler.
So you basically, your vision is to maybe have every single employee in LATAM being able to develop their digital and AI products for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So the beauty of the technology these days is that you don't really have to be a tech person anymore. That is the big change, to be honest, if you ask me. I think this is the revolution, is the fact that everybody can have access. Everybody can just use technology to do whatever they want better. It doesn't have to be in the work, right? It can also be in your personal life. So this is the superpower. That's how I like to think. So why not give to everyone?
I want to tell you something. I always have this dream of flying one of these. I have done 100 hours in the flight simulator. Do you think I can take off now with this?
I don't think so, Marcelo. I would not trust you. I'm so sorry.
I can see you build these teams, cross-functional teams, end-to-end across work streams. And you talk a lot about experimentation and getting feedback from the clients. And I'm sure when you do experiments, you learn things, and some things go well, there is success, and there are days that things don't go well. How do you lead your team when things don't go well?
Honestly, those are the ones that I like the most. Building a culture in which you are guided by the outcomes of what you want to achieve. Going wrong, that things go wrong, it is expected actually, right? Because we just don't know how customers are going to behave. So you have to be open to the fact that some things are not going to go well. But those are the moments that you learn the most.
Let's talk about you as a leader. What are the values that keep you grounded?
In order to be at my best, I really need to be like having fun, you know? And fun in the sense of being enjoying what I do, who I work with. I really value diversity, and I try to say that not because it's something that it's supposed to be said, but I really enjoy learning from the people that are not like me, that don't think like I think. The challenge of giving voices to the different voices, it's something that it's really motivating for me. It's really important, to be honest. And
that's beautiful to hear from an executive like you, let me tell you.
Yes, I mean that with a lot of responsibility at the end of the day.
So there are many women that are looking at this episode and looking at you as an executive, and they want to get to the same place that you are today. So what would be your advice to them?
I was not a tech person until 5 years ago.
But now you are.
Now I am. But this is something that sometimes people think that you need to be a tech person to be in tech, to be a tech leader. Actually, I think we, as long as we are really focused on and trying to have an agenda that really is delivering value, it's not a barrier as people think sometimes. So there was some time in my career in which I was faced with situations in which people really valued control, right? As if this was something that would allow them to remain relevant. And I just think the opposite, to be honest. I am very happy of giving control away, to be honest.
Empowering people.
And empowering people, allowing the team to really move at their speed, you know. And that is the only way they grow. If they grow, I grow. That is also the way I thought about it for a long time already.
Wow, fantastic. We are sitting here at the business class section in one of your airplanes. This is amazing. I mean, it's so nice. I just can't wait to get into one of your planes soon. So let me ask you a question. If you go into 2030, right, and you arrive to an airport as a passenger, what would you like to see that today is considered like science fiction?
The experience of flight can be really amazing when everything goes well, right? Because I think in general, people get excited and unhappy and everything. But sometimes things happen, right? The weather change and then the flight is canceled or whatever. And in those moments, usually the experience is that when something happens, it might not go so smooth, right? So first of all, we get frustrated and everything. So I think the prediction, having better ways to predict what might happen. But I think on the vision side, it is that if you wish not to speak to anyone from the airline up to the moment that you get to the door of the aircraft, that it's possible, you know, that you really don't have to.
No friction.
No friction at all. Oh, and if you don't want, no interaction, right? Maybe we will figure it out how to get your luggage from your place, right? And already immediately take the tag out of the luggage and give you in destination, right? For example, but everything is automated. And I think that it's possible. And I would think that it's possible by 2030, but it's still a lot of challenges to get it.
And I know you will make it happen. Zero frustration travel. I love it. There are many colleagues watching this interview, and they might be leading large transformations in their organizations. What are your tips for them? What are the things that they should start, stop, or continue when they actually are in front of these big transformations as the one that you're leading for LATAM Airlines?
So the first thing for me is the sponsorship, right? So the sponsorship needs to come from the CEO, from the executive committee. That needs to be an unwillingness to do. Sometimes I see conversations about digital transformation that it's kind of handed over to the CIO, for example. But this is not something that the CIO can do on its own. You know, it has to be company-wide. It has to be part of the cultural change that is needed. At the end of the day, this is not really about technology. So I used to say to my peers at LATAM that the technology that we have access is the same technology that whatever big digital company has access to. So it's about being able to use that technology properly. And in order to do that, you need to have a different way of working. It's not only about the organization as well. It really works when you put people together, but I'm really firm believer of the incentives, right? You have to get the incentives right. But other than that, for me, it's just allow the teams do what they have to do. You know, if they have clarity on what is it that we want them to achieve, what is the vision, and give them access to technology and let them be, you know what I mean? Which is very hard as well when you are changing a culture of an organization that was used to be very hierarchical. How do you allow those digital teams to really be in charge of the decisions that they make and let the data talk, right? Let the data really speak out and guide you and help be what defines the roadmap at the end of the day.
Let's do some rapid fire questions now. Open source models or closed source models?
Open source, always, no doubt.
Always.
Yes. Just because we want to be flexible, right? And I think companies need that, especially now that technology is available at a different scale. So I really fond of the open source.
What gives you energy and what drains energy from you?
Gives me energy, a challenge, something, a problem to solve. That is definitely what gives me energy. What drains me energy, it is the corporate politics, to be honest. It's I know it's needed, it's there, and we have to deal with it.
It's part of the game, right?
It's part of the game. But yeah, sometimes it's a waste of time. Feels like a waste of time, right? That you are not really focused on what you should be doing.
And I have to ask you this question, it's a traditional one. Chicken or pasta?
Pasta, always. I'm vegetarian. Sorry, so never chicken for me.
Excellent, excellent. I'm gonna ask you to think about the future, your future. In 20 years from now, you retire, right? And your picture is at the cover of the Forbes magazine. And the magazine has a title and it has a story behind. What are you expecting the title to be and why?
Oh my God, I'm not a creative person to that level of imagining the title. Maybe the title would be something about me never being satisfied. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I would try not to mean that in a negative way. I also have this thing with me. You can call me perfectionist maybe, but I always see things, whatever it is, and I think immediately, how can this be better, even better, you know? This is a funny topic with my team, and it has been with me for a long time already, in which they say, why do, but we're never happy. And I was like, no, I'm just, it is very good what we have achieved, but how can we give one step further? How can we do even better, you know? So I like celebrating what we have, but I don't like to accommodate, you know?
Thank you very much. Well, an episode that was a unique experience with a leader that is extraordinary. What really stayed with me from this conversation is how Juliana changed industries, but never changed her values. She moved from financial services to LATAM to lead a full business and technology transformation. Her story shows that when your foundation is clear, your values, your curiosity, your courage, you can cross industries and create lasting impact. I was also inspired by how she talks about AI, data, and people together. From AI travel agents to coding copilots and data democratization, her vision is not AI instead of people, but AI with people. Humans stay in the loop, decisions become faster and smarter and more fair. Another important point is how she thinks about employees and skills. Automation will grow, yes, definitely. But Juliana is focused on upskilling, reskilling, and empowering. So LATAM people are ready for this new future. She's not only measuring the technology, she's measuring how people learn, adapt, and use these tools to create real value for their customers. And of course, the future of travel. She envisions a zero frustration travel experience. The journey of a customer starts long before they board and continues long after they land. Being an airline today is about connected, frictionless experiences in our hands. Her leadership story as a woman in business and technology is powerful. She spoke openly about making tough decisions, about staying true to her values, and about the legacy she wants to leave, inspiring people to challenge the status quo and focus on what's possible. Finally, if you know someone who dreams of a career at the intersection of business and technology, please share this episode with them. It might be the spark they need. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, subscribe, like, and share. Your support keeps the show going. This is the Tech Series, where innovation meets humanity. See you in the next episode. Hello everyone. I'm here today with no one because there is a lot of noise. From AI travel... Oh my God, ¿qué se me pasa con esa palabra? Good.
Yeah!
1202.